Right, now we're ready to start populating our sheets, and I'm going to come down and pick sheet number 1, which is our cover, and I'm going to bring that perspective drawing in that we did earlier. I'm just dragging that in. Remember, click, hold and drag, and here it is here, and we've put it in, but it's awfully small. The other thing is I forgot to hide the plot boundary, so I need to go back into that one and just click on hide crop region and come back to that sheet. Now you'll notice once a drawing is in the sheet, it will change if you go back and edit it. So that's a really good thing. It doesn't, if you edit something back here while you're putting it into the sheet, you find a mistake and you go back, then you can just edit it back in this section up here and it will automatically change in the sheet. Okay, now that's smaller than I want. Okay, I want it a lot bigger than that, and if I click on it and highlight it, there doesn't seem to be any way of changing that. But what we can do, when we highlight it, you'll see up here in the modify, there's one called size crop. If you click on that, you'll get a box coming up that says change field of view. In this case, we want to change the scale, and it will be lock proportions, and I'm going to make that about 350 wide, and the height will change automatically. Let's apply that, see how big it is. Yeah, that's probably about what I want, so I'm just going to OK that, and I can drag that into within my boundaries. Now you'll notice that that little line and title sort of went into the house, so just find that and drag it out. Now I don't particularly want that there, and so what we can do is get rid of that. Now the way to do that is if we click on that, this is actually called a Viewport Title with line. Okay, what I'm going to do is edit this type. I'm actually going to duplicate the title with line, and I'm going to change the name of it to no line. So title, I'm going to actually put a no in front of there as well. No title, no line, and OK. And in the values, I'm going to change the show title to no, and show extension line. Wait a minute, I'll come back and just change that to yes. We really want to untick that show extension line first, then go back in and change it to no, and OK that. And you can see that that's gone. Now we can just move that around to wherever we want it to be. I'm also going to bring into this cover page our door and window and room schedules, if they'll all fit. Let's hope so. So I'm just going to drag that in. Let's see where this one goes. Put that down there. I'm going to drag our window schedule in. Oops, I've opened it up then. I just need to go back to my cover. Drag a window schedule in. Now that's quite large, that one. So we'll put that over there. And for some reason we've got this family type in here. We probably don't want that in there. So what I might do is go back into that and just take out this column, and then go back into our cover, and you'll see that should have changed, and that's put it down to a much better size. So I can just put that over by my, and you can see that they all line up, and you can line the tops of them up. And I want to put in my room schedule as well, so that, yeah, that's okay. It's got area and so forth, so that's good. Back into cover and drag that room schedule in. Once it's in, we can line that up, and I'm just going to get those pretty well, move those around a little bit and just line them up so that they look a bit neat on the page. Okay, and we've got our title there. Okay, we can put some text in, but we've got it here. What we need to do is a couple of things in the title block. This is a little section here for consultants and addresses and things. We don't really need that, so I'm just going to highlight, hit delete. Oops, we got rid of the whole thing. Undo. So we'll just leave that blank at this stage. The other thing that we need to change is the author. It doesn't change by itself. You'll just have to put your name in there. And don't worry about the checker. You'll notice that it still now says Avanti, and all this information. Remember that information there actually comes from when you put in project information before. So if you want to change any of that now, don't do it in individual sheets except for the drawn. For some reason it doesn't actually put the author in, which is a bit strange, but you can just type that one in yourself, but the rest of it you can bring in through here. If you want to get rid of anything out of the family, select the family and go edit family. That will bring it up, and you can then delete that part there if you don't want to have that in, and just load into project, and we'll go override existing version, and you can see that's taken it out, and it will have taken it out on all of the other sheets as well. Let's just check. Okay, that's good. This one, next one we're going to put in is the site. So we'll come up, find our site plan, drag that in. Now remember, this is 200 to 1, so I'm just putting that 1 on the sheet. That's it. You can see that it puts in the name and also the scale. The next sheet we have is for foundation, and which ones are we going to put in here? I'm going to put in the footings. Let's hope they fit, and they do. And I think we can probably put in some of our little now we've just come down. I'm just looking for those sections. We certainly can put in the call out of the south section there, showing that, and you probably should have done one of the middle thickener as well, so that could go in there. The rest, I think we could probably put all the sections in there. I think we haven't got any room for other sections, so I think we'll just put all those other sections in there. So we've got the rafter section, even though it says foundation, we'll put these in. No, I don't think we will. We'll take that out. We'll delete that one. We'll just leave it at that for now, and hopefully you're going to add some. Oops. Just want to delete that out. Remember, that doesn't delete. You should have another one of the thickener, the one that runs up through the middle, doing the same thing with some dimensions on it, and you should have one for the set down as well across this area here. So I would add to those as well and put those in. Have a look at the main set of drawings for those. The next one's a floor plan. This one's going to be pretty easy. It might be a tight fit, however, so I'm dragging this one on. We're going to put it over this side, and it's coming in quite massive because it's picking up all of that around there. I think we haven't got our plot bound. I think I turned that off. That's right. I need to show the crop. Don't want to show it, we want to crop it. Now if I go back to our floor plan, that's in there. I'm just going to bring that in again. I'll just delete that and bring it in again now that I've turned it off. And it's going to be a pretty tight fit. So I'm just going to get that up as high as I can there, so that bottom bit is in, and it's just fitting in. So if yours isn't fitting in, your dimensions are too far apart. Remember, you can highlight it and just use the arrow key on your keyboard to bring it up a few steps. It doesn't matter if the crop box goes over that line, because it will disappear, and that's pretty good, I reckon, like so. If we bring in the furniture plan on this one as well, and you'll notice the middle of the two plans will line up, so that's a pretty good way to do it. And I'm just going to put that there. I think I'll move this one over towards it slightly. Again, I'm just using my arrow keys on my keyboard to do that. So I have my two floor plans in there now. Now we're into elevations. Sorry, yeah, where are we? North and south elevation. So we want to go to our elevations. We've got north. Now these ones might be a little bit difficult to line up on the same page, but we can put them in just diagonally like so. And you might want to even put those up and put some more stuff underneath that. As we get more drawings, you'll work out. And I don't want all of them to look exactly the same as mine. I want you to put your components in where you think they should go, not copying off of what I've got here, because I'm really just throwing these in at the moment. The next one is east and west, which is our long view of the house. We come back up, and we've got east. Doesn't matter which one goes on top, which one goes below. And west. Now that's not actually lining up. It should be. There we go there. Let's see what happens when we put it in. We've got the numbers lined up, but the rest of it isn't lining up. That's okay. That's fine. And then we've got our wall sections. Now we're up to standard detail wall sections. And we put all those other ones in that we've got. So we've got our rafter section here. And again, these just go in wherever you can fit them, really. Try to get them to line up with the numbers there. As you can see how that one's lining up there. Some of these are all different scales, so they will be a little bit different, and they may, you may have to move things around a little bit. And that's a big elevation, I think, so that's going to have to go on another page. We could probably put that west elevation on our north-south if I move this one up. And you can line those up, and then you can just drag these around till they line up, so whichever way you want to do it. And we can probably put that west elevation in here. So you can see that you can put them out, line them up any different way you want. And as we go through that now, you can see that we've got cover with our schedules. We've got our site, foundations. Now, as I said, there'll be some more in there that you need to add in. I suggest you do the thickener running through the middle here with a call out, and also you do a call out where that drops down as well, and put some dimensions in there. Floor plan, that looks nice and neat. North, south, east, west. You might want to line those up a little bit better so they actually line up across the middle of the house. They should do that, but they're not doing that. You might want to just change the boxes around a little bit just to get them. They actually are from different views, so that's fine. That's okay. Standard details, remember that's where we had our notes in, and you'll add some notes in. Get them off the commercial plans and have maybe 3 columns there will be fine. And then your wall sections will be all your different wall sections that you have there. Okay. And you might want to put that kitchen one in somewhere too. We have a kitchen elevation there. I think it's, which is the one we dimensioned? I think that's the one we dimensioned there. That can be probably scaled up to 1 to 20 if we go back in and actually bring that scale up to 1 to 20. That's not the one I wanted, actually. It was the one with the measurements on it I wanted. So I'll bring that one up to 120. Go back to that wall sections. Take that one out and bring in the other kitchen elevation, which was number 2. Let's see if that fits in there. Might be a bit big. Okay, that is a fraction too big now, so we probably go back in, change it. We can make a custom one, so let's make this 125. Let's see if that makes it any better. And back down to wall sections. It's a bit of mucking around here, but yeah, that's going to fit better there now. Okay, so we've got, you might want to just move these up a bit. Just keep them nice and neat. Okay, and so we have all of those in there. At this stage you should be, as usual, doing a save, and next thing we're going to do is look at how we can make this into a PDF.